You've been there, standing in front of someone you care about, hearing words that sound soft but land heavy. I just need time to figure things out. You deserve someone better. I can't give you what you need. You're too good for me. Let's just see where this goes. She says them gently, maybe even with a smile, not in anger, not in rejection, but something inside you cracks, not in your head, in your chest, because deep down you know this moment isn't a pause. It's a turning point. You freeze, trapped between hope and honesty. You remember the way she used to look at you like you mattered, and now you watch that look disappear. Still, like so many men, you stay. You try harder. You wait longer. You think, if I love more, she'll come closer. If I stay patient, she'll choose me. But what if the truth isn't in waiting? What if it's in walking? While you're still whole. This isn't about being heartless. It's about being honest with yourself. So if she says any of these 5 things, don't argue, don't prove, don't beg, just walk, not in anger, not in pride, but in peace. You tried, you showed up, sent the good morning text, listened, remembered, cared. You weren't playing games. You were simply showing up as a good man. And still, she drifted. Her messages got shorter. Her smile faded. Her presence felt distant. But you held on. You told yourself, she's just busy. It's just a phase. Maybe it's all in my head. But it wasn't. You were watching something die while pretending it was still breathing. And when it hurt, you gave more, asked for less, bent further, hoping that if you loved enough, she'd remember why she liked you. But it didn't pull her closer. It pushed her away, because you weren't standing in your truth anymore. You were shrinking to fit inside her fading interest. She didn't leave because you were too kind. She left because you started disappearing behind that kindness. And when she no longer felt your gravity, she no longer felt the need to stay. Remember this. It's not goodness that keeps someone. It's presence, gravity, depth. And when you lose those, even love gets lost with them. 1. I need time to figure things out. Sounds mature, reflective, but in truth, it's emotional distancing dressed in politeness. You hear it and wait, frozen in place, hoping she comes back with clarity. But clarity doesn't come from waiting. It comes from action. A stoic man doesn't resent space, but he doesn't pause his life for a maybe. Because the moment she says this, you're no longer a partner. You become a placeholder. And a man of worth, he doesn't wait to be chosen. He chooses himself. 2, you deserve someone better. It sounds noble, almost selfless. But listen again. She's leaving, but cloaking it in virtue, letting go while trying to look like she's lifting you up. And because you're kind, you take it at face value. But people don't let go of what they truly value. If she believed in the connection, she'd fight, not exit politely. A stoic man doesn't beg someone to stay. He doesn't prove his worth. He simply is it. And if someone walks away, he lets them free. I can't give you what you need. At first, this sounds honest, but it's not confession. It's surrender. She's not saying she tried and failed. She's saying she doesn't want to try. And because you're thoughtful, you question yourself. Maybe you asked for too much, but you weren't asking for too much. You were asking for presence, for consistency, for a connection that moves both ways. When a stoic man hears this, he doesn't beg. He honors her limits and honors his own. For you're too good for me sounds flattering, but it's not. It's her way of saying, I can't meet you where you are. So instead of growing, she retreats. And you think, maybe I was too soft, too available. So you start shrinking, editing yourself. But a stoic man doesn't shrink to fit. He doesn't dim his light to comfort someone else's shadow. You're not too good. You're just no longer willing to settle. 5, let's just see where this goes. It sounds open, flexible, but it's a fog. She doesn't want to name it, define it, let it. And while you wait for direction, you lose yours. A stoic man doesn't drift. He moves with clarity. Love needs air, yes, but it also needs aim. And if there's no vision, he steps out before he gets lost. A Stoic man doesn't beg to be chosen. He doesn't tie his worth to who stays or who leaves. His value isn't handed to him. It's built. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Marcus Aurelius. So when she hesitates, when she pulls away gently, he doesn't panic. He doesn't explain. He doesn't chase. He breathes. This is not rejection. This is redirection. And when truth shows up, even wrapped in softness, he receives it with stillness, not because it doesn't hurt, but because he refuses to trade self-respect for temporary affection. To walk away in peace is the ultimate power. She didn't break you. She simply revealed where you were still waiting, when you should have been choosing. This is the awakening. You stop asking, why didn't you stay? And start asking, why did I keep giving myself to someone who wasn't ready to receive? A Stoic man gives love, but from overflow, not emptiness. He doesn't walk away to teach a lesson. He walks away to remember his own. You don't need coldness. You need warmth toward yourself, not to stop caring, but to care without losing yourself. You are not here to audition for love. You are here to stand, fully, calmly, unshakably. Maybe you were waiting for her to say something different, something to pull you back, something that said, you mattered. But what if the answer was never in her mouth? What if it's been in your silence all along? That quiet discomfort, that knowing, that sense that something no longer fits. That's not fear. That's truth. You don't need to hate her to let go. You don't need to burn the bridge to stop crossing it. You only need to remember, a man does not lose himself chasing love. He loses himself when he forgets. He already is it. So when the moment comes, and the words fall soft but heavy, don't wait. Walk, and let her feel your absence, not as punishment, but as the quiet echo of a man who finally chose peace over performance.